So
Account
there's
name
that.
isn't for crying out
Yeah.
loud.
All right. Hey, good to see everybody. Welcome to our Daily Success
Address.
Call for
No.
Fun
Tell us
Friday, the 8th of October. John Lavinia here with you briefly for an abbreviated session. You guys can continue and have lots of fun and do whatever you want to do as soon as I depart. But I am so glad to be here with so many awesome people. And this weekend, I get to meet a few of you live and in person. with our
Montana's
advanced-
MT, right?
Who's
what was
going?
that, Vernice? What was that, Vernice?
Montana is MT.
Yes, Montana is MT. Now we know. Hey, for anyone who is for everyone who was wondering the state abbreviation for Montana, that was spontaneous. That just happened. Welcome everyone. Good to see you all. Hey, let's go ahead and start with a joke, or if anybody's got a dog or a cat, they want to do a little dog show. It is Fun Friday. So who's coming out here with a joke?
Hey, John,
Yes,
I just want to know who's going to Vegas.
so do I.
Okay, what did I
I'm
just
going.
do?
I
I'm
know you're
going.
going. Is anyone
Yeah.
on this call going?
Patterson.
You're
Yeah.
going, right?
I'm
You're
going.
I think Vernice is just talking out loud. Hi, Vernice. We love you. You're awesome. I'm going to mute your microphone. Montana is MT. Yes. Denise, you're going, right? I'm going to get to see you.
Yep,
live
I'm
and in
leaving.
person.
I'm leaving at 1 o'clock. I'm leaving in 2
Great.
hours.
Well, great. Yeah, well, you've
Yep.
got like not even a 2-hour drive, right? Just got to go
Yep,
through.
not even a 2-hour drive.
Yep. I've taken that drive multiple times back when I lived in Salt Lake City, down 15 through St. George. Of course, I'd kiss the ground when I get to St. George
Right, of
because
course.
Cedar City, if there's going to be snow, it's going to be in Cedar City.
Right,
And I'm on a bike.
exactly.
We don't like snow. Okay, so I'd kiss the ground at St. George, go through the Virgin River Gorge, that little top corner there of Arizona, and then on to Mesquite, and then nothing for like an hour and 15 minutes till you get to Vegas. You know when you hit Nevada because it is nothing. So except aliens, right? So anyway, I don't know all who's going. I know it's going to be an intimate crowd because of COVID and lockdowns and international and blah blah blah, right? So it's going to be an intimate crowd, which means what? Which means those of you who are in our advanced group showing up for this iteration of actually the first ever Launch 100 Fest, you're going to have a lot of personal time with Rachel and Adam and myself. If there's anything you want to hear from me, I'd be happy to share. I don't know, a lot of you guys get to hear from me every day. So what am I going to tell you? I guess that's my challenge, is figure out what profundities I'm going to, I do. All I got to do, and Joe, you know this. Joe, you've been hanging around here long enough to know this, that all I got to do is look at who's here and topic pops right into mind. That's exactly the topic for the moment. Like right now, for example, the topic is, what are you going to do this weekend? That is going to be, I'm sorry, I got a little tickle on my nose. This is embarrassing. Hold that thought. Somebody come out with a joke. Somebody save me. Do we have any dogs or cats or frogs or jokes that we could share real quick? It's Fun Friday there.
Say hello, Leah.
Oh, hey. Look at that cat. You guys see that? Missy, what's the cat's name?
Leah. Like instead of
Leah?
Leo the lion, it's Leah the lion.
No reference to Star Wars.
Star Wars. I'm a Trekkie. No, well, I don't do Star Wars.
Very good. Very good. Forgive me. Okay. So may the force be with, no, don't, live long and prosper. And
No, that's communistic. But go
yeah,
ahead.
okay, got it. So all right. Any jokes today? Come on, somebody's gonna have a joke. It's actually a policy that somebody has to tell a joke on Fun Friday. Mark? No?
I got nothing. I didn't come prepared. My bad.
Hi.
My bad. Not even a hat. I'm telling you. I'm ready for Vegas, but we can't go.
Take
So
my
there it
wife,
is.
please. That's the only joke.
Right.
Take my wife.
An old Rodney Dangerfield joke. That is awesome.
No, not right.
Okay. Well, I've got a couple I could tell you, but they're not family friendly. So we'll just go ahead and
That is my problem. Exactly.
So Jamie says someone's talking about me or thinking of me when your nose tickles. That's great. All right, that or could just be pollen because it's autumn and lots of plants are like doing the seasonal thing. But I'll go with your idea on it, Jamie.
No, that is Bella.
Okay. Oh, who's that?
See.
Evelyn?
It is. Her name is Bella.
Oh, hey,
Say
Bella.
hi, Bella.
That's
Say
a
hi.
cutie.
Like that.
Mhm.
How old?
1 year and 2 months.
Okay. Looks small.
Yeah.
Is that fully grown or I don't know
It
anything
is.
about cats?
I think it will grow a bit more. I think, John. It's
Very good.
only 1 year and 2 months.
Okay. Very
So
good.
basically, it's like still a baby.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Good to see you.
Good
Okay,
to see
anybody
you
else?
all.
Anybody else? Okay. So let's go ahead and let's get into a quick. Oh, Sharna. Hey, Sharna. No need to put your hand up. Come on out, my friend.
Okay, I just looked up a joke for you.
Thank
I
you.
I hurried up and Googled as fast as I can. So I looked up kids jokes to make sure it was okay. Okay. What did one wall say to the other wall?
What?
I'll meet you in the corner.
I'll meet you in the corner. Bam. That just happened. All right. Good
Just
times. Thank you. Thank you, Sharna. We can now move forward with our life now that we had a joke on Fun Friday.
There you go.
Very good. All right. So moving on, couple ideas. First of all, let me just announce that Karen, our favorite, what are title? Productivity coach. Yes. Karen, who you all know and love, will be hosting all next week because I'll be out not only this weekend for the Launch 100 Fest, but I'm going to be out with some of my clients out in the desert for a few days, rolling around in the dirt and shooting guns and doing all that. So that's one of my favorite things to do. For those of you who are going through the accelerator program, keep on trucking, work with your accountability reps, and myself and Karen will be meeting with you throughout the week. Okay, so keep on trucking with that. The show must go on. So there you go. Now, for those of you who are brand new here to this community, welcome. This is, I think, very auspicious. Your timing certainly is. We are in the fourth quarter. So what I want to do briefly, and then I'm going to go ahead, hit the shower and hit the road. But what I want to do briefly is give you a bit of outlook for the next 90 days, okay, which at this point is less than 90 days, right? We're at the 8th already on October. Plus you've got holidays in there, which are, I guess, not working days, right? Or not shopping days. But for the most part, the next 3 months are all hands on deck. So if there was ever a time, my goodness, if there was ever a time for you to show up, like really show up, not show up and just, you know what, let me taste an hors d'oeuvre or something, but let me dive into the buffet. Let me smash the tables around. Let me be like Missy and just throw stuff and get it done. Okay. Now is the time. Okay. So knowing that, you may be thinking, wow, all right. I mean, I got lots of other stuff going on. I've got a family. I've got, the kids. We're doing the school thing. In fact, my daughter's in homeschool right now downstairs. And my wife is running some actions with our other business. And so you might be thinking, well, I don't have time to turn my life upside down right now just to focus on, my new business. Well, let me offer you this, because I know there's a question of balance that comes up for a lot of people. And by the way, I don't have the answer to that question. I'm still learning. But there obviously, there are multiple roles that we have in our life. For some of you, you've read Steve Covey's classic book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. In that book, he talks about roles and goals. And one of the roles that you've taken on, just by virtue of the fact that you're here in this conversation, is business person, entrepreneur, e-commerce professional. Okay. In fact, right there, professional. What does that mean? That's someone who gets paid for doing that same action that the hobbyist would pay to do. Think of it like this. How many people like golf? My hand's not going up. Okay. But some of yours are. And so do you pay to get on the golf course? You're a hobbyist. Okay. Oh no, you get paid to do that. You hang out with Tiger and these other guys, right? They pay you to show up on the golf course. You're a professional, right? So you see the difference between that. Okay. So you're an e-commerce professional. That kind of raises the bar a little bit, right? In terms of your own mindset and your own expectation. Yes, your own expectation, because we pretty much get what we expect, right? So now by saying you're an e-commerce professional, assuming you take that on, don't let me give you your words, you come up with your own, but I like it. Well, then you're expecting to what? You're expecting to get paid to do all this. I mean, if you're showing up as a professional, not a hobbyist, well, then you're expecting to get paid. That is the line of demarcation. Well, great. So now that you've crossed that line, do it fully. Do it fully. So where's the balance in that? Or how can we come up with balance in that? Here's the best answer that I have for you. And again, I'm not saying this as someone who's arrived, and I experience perfect balance all the time in every aspect of my life with all my roles and all the goals that I have for each of those roles. But when I look at my calendar, how did I know to show up here at this time? It's on my calendar. How did I know that I'm not meeting with anybody today? Because it's not on my calendar, because I'm going to be on a motorcycle and I don't talk on a motorcycle, right? It's just me and the desert, the highway, no phones, no questions, the highway. Yes. Very therapeutic for me, by the way. But if it's not on my calendar, it doesn't exist. That's for me. Okay. So now you can look at your calendar and hopefully you've got one. And I don't care about the technology. I use Apple Calendar on, the iCal, I guess it's called, with my Mac, and it interfaces with my iPhone. And that's it. I run all my businesses from my Mac and my iPhone. In fact, if I had to pick one, it would just be the Mac, right? I use the iPhone here and there, but for the most part, it never comes out of my pocket. But I have a calendar, one calendar. As the ancient proverb says, man with one clock knows what time it is. Man with two clocks is never quite sure. Unless they're, that was before, I guess, the atomic clock synchronization. I've got these watches that, and my computers and the phone, and all of them are exactly the same second. It's pretty remarkable, actually. But you have lots of different calendars. You got scraps. You got Post-it notes. Is that what you do? You do Post-it notes all over the place. I suppose they have their uses. I don't use them. I like to consolidate everything to one calendar. This way I can see roles and goals broken down into actions. So if it's on my calendar, it's an on-purpose action, right? Which is the simplest definition of work. What is work? On-purpose action. Okay, great. So since I'm a professional, and since I'm taking on-purpose action, and since I know what that action is because it's on my calendar, now I can create order in my life. And we could say that balance is a result of order. In fact, I could say, and I have said multiple times, that all success is orderly. Think of the opposite: disorder, randomity, right? Not success, right? Random, mess. All right. So we want to create order in our minds and in our calendars and in our lives. So considering the next 90 days, can you plan more than one day in advance? I would suggest you do. Back to Steve Covey and the 7 Habits, he talked about, people who plan one day. Well, most people don't plan anything, but people who plan one day are in a state of crisis management. Plan a week. Okay. This way, that which matters most is not at the mercy of that which matters least, because if you don't have it on the calendar, something else will impinge on that white space. It will. Guaranteed. Always happens. Always. Okay. So since you've got to spend your attention each day, and you only get so many hours worth of that, you can't save it. Why don't we go ahead and put in some order in bite-sized chunks? Let's say a week. You don't have to do the whole 90 days, although it is good to think forward. And if there are things you can do more long range, okay, so Thanksgiving is what, the 4th Thursday of the month here in the United States. Okay, well, then plan around that, right? Block some stuff now. Obviously, there are people who I'm going to be meeting in person for the first time. I'm so damn excited. Who had the plan to arrive, in Vegas. For me, I just jump on my Harley. Denise just, I don't know if she's going to ride her bicycle from right across the line in Utah. But okay, so that required some forethought.
Actually, I'm gonna hike.
You're gonna nice.
Hike
Nice.
all the way.
You go, girl. Yeah. You go. All right. If I see you on the road, I'll pick you up.
Okay, that would be great.
Jump on the back of the hog. Actually, so the difference here is the difference between creating order in advance versus crisis management. And in other words, planning to fail, not having a plan. You fail to plan, you're planning to fail. But what are we expecting as e-commerce professionals? We're expecting to get paid. And where does that getting paid? Where does that all success come from? Orderly movement, order. So look at your calendar, your one calendar. And again, I don't care if it's paper or computers. I don't care. I don't care. Even in my case, I've got multiple calendar, like software interface, that goes ahead and puts things on my calendar in different categories for different colors. But there's one place where I look and I see what is next. Okay, for this business, for that action, for my daughter, for my wife, Krav Maga lessons, right? Whatever. It's all on there, color coded on one calendar. And we could call this block scheduling. Okay, so if you've had the tendency to have your time impinged upon by urgencies which aren't quite on purpose or as important based on your assessment, then you can block out, here are the 2 hours, let's say, where I focus on my business actions. You can even write which actions those are, just in case you're vague, so you don't want to be vague. So these are the actions that I shall do in these 2 hours, and then the phone gets turned off. The do not disturb setting on my Mac, it's almost always on. Like sometimes I turn it off just to get bings and bongs going on to know that the rest of the world is still out there, but it's almost always do not disturb, almost always, right? Because I've got action, which I have put order in on, which I have scheduled, okay? Or I have allowed software to schedule for me, meet with the client at 2 o'clock, right? That is on my calendar. All right, so I set up machinery to do it. But the point is that when I am focused, I tend to get stuff done. And done is my favorite 4-letter word. I got other 4-letter words I like too, but done is my favorite, right? How do we get stuff done? We get stuff done by planning it and doing it and blocking it out and not being distracted or multitasking, whatever that is, right? We take things from start through the cycle to completion. That is a done. Now it's off your calendar. So back to the idea of balance. How do you get more time in your life? You get stuff done. Now it's off my calendar. What does that mean? I've got more time. And what you'll find is you'll get more efficient at things when you can look at things and assess the relative importance or non-importance of this action. Maybe it doesn't need to be on your calendar at all. Boundaries. I had this conversation with one of you yesterday, right? We had a little one-on-one time I did with one of our advanced members here, and we were talking about how everything always, right? You know the story, everything always, overwhelm. Who's responsible for that? And we might say, oh, well, the world is causing me to be overwhelmed. Others are enforcing their agendas upon me. Okay, well, whose life are you living, right? So boundaries, which is a word that I haven't used too much, not in this group, or with myself, okay, that is necessary. So we know when we're on and we know when we're off, because there it is on the calendar. The block of time starts there and it stops there. Those of you who have been in my book study group, which is outside of this community, but we got people just showing up and studying books. We just completed Wake Up and Live by Dorothea Brande, which is not one of the ones that I originally recommended for our new members here. Wake Up and Live is a bit more intense, a lot more intense, a lot to confront in that book, a lot of introspection, some accusations too, but the very bold Dorothea Brande, great author, amazing author, great vocabulary too. I think my IQ went up 5 points just reading that book again. But one of the things that she talked about as an exercise in productivity, so that you can, wake up and actually live and like cause something to occur, is to create a schedule that you adhere to the second. It's not thereabouts, within that next couple of minutes, but it's like you start this action, and then whether you thought, it was sufficient or not, or too much time or whatever, you do that action until exactly the moment when the next action starts. And you can create a habit of being not only punctual, okay, but also here's the side benefit of this. You wind up taking less time to get stuff done, which is one of the first things I had to learn how to do when I was becoming successful as an entrepreneur, was reduce the amount of time it takes to get stuff done. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time allowed for it. So again, create order, right? Start, work, stop. That's it. Okay. At exactly on time. One of the things that hopefully I've induced in you, those of you who show up here live, is policy number 1, which is if you can't be on time, be early. What does that do for you? That creates additional order in your life and gives you a bit of insight as to where your time goes. Right. So you can do whatever you want, right? This is a volunteer effort. You can show up, you can not show up, you can watch the YouTube thing, do whatever you want. Okay. But I'll tell you what, there have been benefits, boons for those who do show up early. Because why? You guys are in here working with each other and sharing screens and helping, and it's become a nice community, right? And so now you've got, for some of you, you've got a habit of showing up at 1:15 p.m. Eastern US time, Monday through Friday. Okay. And some of you are brand new here and you don't quite get that, but there's a lot of psychology built into this. All right. You doing your methods and, getting the cups designed and all that. Yes, that's the mechanisms upon which people can exchange with you, right? Here's money, sell me your stuff. Okay. That's nice. But all the other seemingly ancillary practices that lead up to the transaction, I think are equally, if not more necessary. So let's show up, right? And let's do that now that the session's over and you get to go do whatever you want for the weekend. What a great opportunity for you to practice, okay? Especially if you're brand new here, but for you to practice putting order in on your calendar, okay? And some of you, your weekends are busier than your weekdays. I don't know, all right? Everybody's life is different, okay? But the point is to create order with that and find that you get stuff done punctually, on time or early, and now you've got more time, and now you can create some balance in your life because you're not confused about what to do next. Here is the magic foolproof way to piss away time and get nothing done. Here it is. One word. Indecision. Yeah. How do I know that? From vast experience, professional level experience. Save me, damn it. Save me. All right. I'm done talking. We'll take a couple comments and then I'm going to go ahead and hit the road. And of course, you guys can come back in the room and talk all day or do whatever you want. What do you think, Mark? What are your thoughts, sir?
Well, what you were saying just triggered for me. I used the 5 Ps and I didn't fulfill it today because now you've taught me to come with a joke because I'll never be put on the spot again. So that was good. Thank you for that. But proper planning prevents poor performance. I keep saying that to myself when I'm going into whatever I'm going into. Proper planning prevents poor performance. So if I'm planning, I'm going to negate or take away the risk of a poor performance. Mm-hmm. So that's what I use. I just say 5 Ps and I move on. So that's what I use for me.
Thank you. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Thank you, Mark. That's catchy, right? You could even write that down and hang it over your computer monitor or something. Good reminders. Awesome. Who else? Any other thoughts on this? I see Roxana's unmuted and Victoria put her hand up. Roxana, do you have a comment? Yes? No? Okay, let's go to Victoria. Hi, Victoria. How are you?
Hello. Hi. I just want to say I appreciate what Mark just said because it reminded me of this quote I just heard last night. For our new business, because I'm still new, you want to be hungry, humble, and honest. So I think that would help all of us to organize our calendar like you're talking, because I was just talking about that today. I got up to work, and then of course, the phone, the internet, this and that. So today we are actually working on our calendar. So great timing. Thank you. And I really hope when you get back that we can get together because it's been a while due to, unfortunately, COVID deaths in the family, but things are calming down and trying to get back to some normalcy. So thank you and have a good time. Thank you, everybody. I got to leave, but thank you. I just want to share that thought.
Thank you, Victoria. There she is. Drive safe. So hungry, humble, honest. I'm thinking happy might be in there too. Happy, hungry, humble, honest. Cup, coffee cup, t-shirt. I don't know. What do you guys think? Crystal, what do you think?
Well, I was just going to show you this before you leave.
Okay.
This is my weekly planner. It's empty right now. I'm going to do it. But if you notice, it doesn't say to do, it says done. So I made myself a done line there. But yeah,
Right.
that's definitely the best way to go, I think so. And I want to say have a good trip.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
It'll be
I
fun.
know Missy's not into Star Wars, although there was this Star Wars movie. Which one was it? The Revenge of the Sith, or it's the one where Emperor Palpatine is talking to young Anakin Skywalker, and there's like this adversary in the room, and Palpatine says, "Do it," to tell him to basically cut his head off. And there are memes that have gone around. There's GIFs you can get. There's actually, I saw a YouTube video, which was an hour long or something, of just Emperor Palpatine saying, "Do it, do it, do it," over and over and over and over again. Oh my goodness. You guys could find that probably on Giphy. Just do it. Just search for "do it." You'll see him sitting there and just saying it over and over and over again. Rose, come on out, my friend. Hey, Rose.
I just want to say have a good trip. Enjoy. I wish I was there.
I wish you were too.
I enjoy everybody, whoever's going. Wait, Alice. Have a good trip.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
All
one.
right. See you later. Hi, sweetie. Good to see you. Hi. Hi. Yay. All right, guys. Anything else before we wrap up? Before I wrap up and hit the road? Nicole, come on out, Nicole. How are you?
I really appreciate that. And hello to everyone. I've been joining on this call, but usually don't have my video on. So I'm like, you know what? I need to like start participating more. I really do appreciate what everyone has to say and just the community that is being built here. I do feel it, and it does really motivate me. And I feel almost like cut internally when you say indecision stops the balance. It creates overwhelm when you don't get things done. Because I'm like, wow, I have put that label on myself for so many years. I'm just indecisive. That's why I married a very decisive man. So I'm like, because I needed someone that can help me be focused. But now it's time for me to be that instead of him being that in our relationship. But it needs to do that because I have a lot of dreams, goals, and visions, especially with what I'm doing here with the e-commerce business. So I'm like, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? 5-second rule. Decide, go.
Right. Right. Well done, Nicole. Glad you're here. Good to see you. That's Nicole, everybody. Yay. All right. So shall we wrap up? We shall. I'll see you guys in a week. And enjoy your time with Karen and with each other. Definitely do as you've been doing, and take it up a notch and just schedule it. It's going to get done. All right, Evelyn, did you have a comment?
Okay.
Evelyn?
Yeah, have a nice time, John.
Thank you, my friend.
And
Thank
good
you.
luck. Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys
We'll
again
see
real
you then.
soon. Have a great weekend. This
Bye
room
for
will be
now.
open as soon as I close it. It'll be open again. I'll see you guys later.